Hello and welcome to another Watcher of Realms video, and in this video I am going to be doing an attack on Apocalypse 2, Titanic Ruins, Semrah. It has a lot of names, this content, as you can see up here. I have done my attack already and I did record it, but there were some issues on my recording and I'm hoping I actually fixed it. And as you can see, I got a pretty high score with this team. I'll show you this team in a playtest. Thankfully there is a playtest now, so I can do the test here, and you can obviously test stuff out here as well, just for a bit of fun. And this is the team I used, and I will go through some of the characters, but not anything too crazy. But if basically damage dealers having your best damage gear, and your healers having survivability plus attack if they need it, and all three of the healers I'm using are attack-based healers, so they do need attack to do a little bit more healing. I'll go through the newer characters that obviously some people are going to have. It's Nerissa, Vorn. I'll check out Nastya, and we will check out one other character as well. First up is going to be Nerissa, and basically the way Nerissa's kit works is she needs HP to survive, and that is why I have got her with good amount of HP, but she also needs attack. So we have got Glacier on her, and it pushes her attack into like the 10 to 12k mark, which is kind of what you want to have as a minimum. And the reason you want attack is she does attack-based healing, as you can see, so it will help her heals. But it will also help this talent, which is Abyssal Favor, where the bearer gains 20% inspiration from Nerissa. And inspiration is basically a buff of attack based on the actual character's attack. So effectively 20% of Nerissa's attack will be placed onto another character, and it is the highest attack character, like attack stat character in range. But you can dictate this when you place the character. If there's only one character in range, it will always go to that character, and regardless if they have the highest attack or not, and it will never transfer to another character mid-fight. This is definitely worth noting, and this is primarily one of the biggest things that Nerissa brings to the table. She also does bring damage reduction, which I believe is in Siren Song here, which is 20%, but if you do have her A1 like me, it goes up to 30%, which makes her a little bit stronger than Fercy. So that's obviously nice for Nerissa. I do have her in a Scarab on her artifact just as well. With Vorn, I've gone with single target damage, just trying to boost it as much as possible. You need a lot of HP. Platform mages, platform like range units that do damage generally have very low base HP, and it's harder to boost their HP because the stats that you're primarily looking at are going to be attack bonus. So you're going to need as much HP as possible, be it flat HP, be it HP bonus. You pretty much need the last stat to be HP all the time. It's harder to go for those beautiful quad pieces on platform units because they will get nuked down real quick. We also boosted his single target damage with a Spirit Siphon on the right hand side. We'll check out Nastya as well, pretty much the same deal. If you look at her base HP, it isn't amazing. Her boost is actually worse than Vorn, so she'll probably get taken out. And I have gone for some quad pieces on her, so I've been a bit greedy. We've gone for 2 quad pieces. And we have got some HP bonus here. We have got some HP bonus here. And HP bonus here. So I've been a little bit more greedy, and I probably paid a price when it comes to like her getting taken out first. But if you do want to just go for 120k and you've never reached 120k before, maybe doing more offense-based kit is better. I hit 120k absolutely fine. So this is just basically she's going to get taken out at like 300k plus at the moment. The other character we're going to look at is going to be Wukong, because this is the character I'm going to boost with my Nerissa. And obviously if you're saying, hey, I want to boost this character, he already does the best damage for me on my APOC 2, you want to give him your best gear. And I've pretty much got my best gear. And with ground units, you can get away with these quad stat pieces and not have as much problems. Obviously re-roll it to try and get the best you can. And the ground units have got base HP more than Nasty and more than Vorn have with their bonus HP. And as you can see, we're going to get extra 6k, but somewhere in the region of 30 to 35k is fine, because we are going to get a boost from the artifact, which is another like 7k in it, or 6.5k in this case, and we'll get a boost from the fact that he has got a Lord. Pretty much as simple as that. So that's the kind of the team and how it works. I'm just going to show you the setup, and it's quite basic. You can get Wings of Grace or Invigoration plus the buff from Nerissa, and I'll prove that right now. We'll skip this. So we'll place down a Wukong, And then I have got Wings of Grace on Eloin, so we'll see the buff come in. That is a Wings of Grace buff, so you get attack 12%. And then if I place down Nerissa, you'll see a sword go above his head, and that's the application of the other buff, which is going to be increases attack proportionally to the caster's attack. So this is the non-stop inspiration. It is only 20%. We do have characters like Dolores that could do 60%, but Dolores only happens when she does her ultimate, whereas this is 24/7. She's always going to buff Wukong. And in turn, but Wukong's minions are going to spawn based on his stats, based on his Wings of Grace, based on this inspiration. So they'll have the buff too, and they'll be hitting harder. Like right now, he's probably hitting for around about 100k or so. So 640, he's hitting very hard. This is one minion. When he's got 2 minions, he does start to hit for 1 million a hit. So now he's got 3 minions up. You can see every hit's coming in. It's like 250k or so. When he's got full stacks of Soulbound Arcana, he hits much harder. His minions hit much harder because they're based on his stats, and that includes the Soulbound Arcana. And because they're constantly refreshing, when they die, they get refreshed. It's based on his current stats at the time of them being summoned. So he's actually really good for having a kit that can go as high as possible. Like starter kits like Honora, they have to be good instantly because that's when the summon comes in, whereas this is different. And then we're going to place down the second character because I do have Invigoration on Carnelian, and I'm going to do it on Nasty, and you can see Nasty's also going to get the Wings of Grace, but everybody gets this AoE damage reduction as long as they're in the range of Nerissa. That's pretty much how the setup works. I'll just speed run it just to make it a little bit more efficient at the beginning. It's not too important to get everything done super quick at the beginning. If we can just get characters down, it's good. The start is generally very, very easy. Very, very easy. And one thing I like to do is I like to leave a little gap here. You can see there's a gap. Where I'm placing Torodor, I have 2 choices. I can place him over here and still be in Eloin's range, or over here. But this spot, I can place down Eloin's like little minion, and it will heal these characters here. And if you've placed Nasty on this left-hand side and you have her A1, she cannot be poisoned. So this is mainly for the poison phase. She can't be poisoned because that's just how her kit works. But as an A1, when she does her ultimate, she gives people block as well. I think she's got it right now. Okay, it isn't right now. But basically, she gives out block where characters can't get poisoned for like 10 seconds after she's done her ultimate. And that'll affect over here. So you can get randomly like no poisons on the left-hand side, and you'll heal up the right. So that's pretty much how it works. I'll walk through the first couple of phases. Later on in the fight, you will want to do the ultimate of Wukong, just because now the minions will do more stuns. You'll see stuns rack up real quick. But in this early part of the fight, not so needed. Aegis stage, if you've got Kajiri, he'll just get the job done. He'll consistently remove Aegis. If you can remember to do Kajiri counters throughout the fight, go for it. It will be... It's tough for me to remember to do that. I'm concentrating on loads of other stuff. So these early phases, a bit hard to get your ultimates in time. One thing about the poisons that are coming in, we will cleanse here. When the arm goes back here, you'll see the arm go back. As it comes forwards, we can do Eloin's ultimate, and the animation time, we will cleanse, as you can see, just cleanse as it comes in. So that's like, so you don't have as much of a poison on you. And also if you time Kajiri, so when the arm's coming down to just before you get poisoned, you can use his counter to counter the poison. I don't think it blocks the poison, but he just gets some extra damage out. It's worth noting. Okay, I don't think we're going to get a great deal of ults off this time. We'll run through one more phase maybe. Actually, maybe I'll fast forward it until it's a phase where I'm doing ultimates in the middle of the phase. So we'll probably get, right now we're at 1. We've done 1 phase. We'll get forward to like 4 or something like that.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love.
Okay, so we hit the 4th phase, I guess. We've completed 4 phases. So we're going to start getting a little bit more difficult, and I can walk you through the strategy a little bit more. I'm having to do Wukong's ultimate in the middle of the phase as well, just to get through it a bit quicker. But on phase 1, after you do it, his minions have a better chance of hitting stuns, and that's how you get these stacks. You see these stacks? I've got 5, 6, and I need to get 12. That's minus 96% damage, and it gets to a point where even minus 96 is just not enough. My character's still getting one shot. It's brutal. You want to make sure that you save his ultimate. So like, I could do his ultimate right now, but when we get the boss into this phase, he's vulnerable and it'll do more damage, so it's good to do that. Same with Numera. Do her ultimate in that phase nearer the end of the vulnerability, just to let the ticks of the poisons actually happen during that vulnerability, because she removes a lot of the poisons. Keep doing Kajiri's stuff as you can. So after I get to about 50% right now, I can kind of see how quickly it goes. I could probably do his ultimate again, but I'm going to just play it safe, because Kajiri's constantly removing this Aegis buff. He'll just remove it in a second. I know the damage is pretty, there we go. The damage is pretty good. I instantly do his. I wait until his one's finished, then I do Numera's, and the timing is generally pretty good on that. I'll try and show you how I do the healing on this. So I do it early. We'll do a combo of these two. Now the next one Nerissa also has a cleanse, this is worth noting, where this is why it's really good with Elwyn, because Elwyn does have a little bit of regen time for the next one. But what I would normally do is not use Nerissa. If I didn't have Nerissa, I wouldn't be able to cleanse. So, for instance, with this poison, I could put down the minion, and you can see the minion is healing up the right-hand side, but the left-hand side, there's no poisons. And it's because she can't get poisoned, and I think because Elwyn is A3 for me, she has already cleansed some of the poisons just on doing basic heals, which is obviously really, really nice. And the minion gave enough time for Elwyn to get her ult back for the next one, so on and so forth. Like, the poison phase definitely isn't as much of an issue as it used to be. For me, the issue is the saw phase now. That's the one that eliminates me. And I think that's basically the one that will eliminate a lot of people eventually. So we'll fast forward again until we get to a bit of higher score when it starts to get a bit gruesome. We'll see how well we can do.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Okay, so we're now on to one of the later phases. This is where the nukes start getting a bit heavy. I might be able to survive this full rotation, and then it's gonna get into a point where I'm not gonna survive it anymore.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other.
And now we're moving into the territory where I'm going to get nuked. Watch this. We're going to have, even with 12 stacks, I'm going to have half my team get completely one-shot, but Carnelian's going to keep everyone alive. So it's about me timing Carnelian's ult, which can be very difficult. If we can even get all the stacks. Okay, we've got 12 stacks, okay? So it's minus 96% damage. Or minus 96% attack. Watch the damage that comes out. Look at that one shot. Our timers. And I timed it pretty well. Pretty much everyone got blood packed except... Oh no, everyone did get the blood packed. So I timed it really, really well. But will she get her ultimate back in time to do it again? Because you can get through this phase by doing that with Carnelian. We are going to get the ultimate in time. Because like... Okay, we'll do it again. Did I time it again? Not as well this time, but fortunately we are going to get through the phase.
My love, you say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Here we go. Unless I can just blitz through it, I don't know if I can. We'll do everyone's ult. That's just the slam. Okay, that. I think it's game over. Carnelian's dead. Shit, that's what I needed alive. I'll do whatever I can. Kajiri, last man standing. Kinda.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's
And that's it. That's it. Kajiri's somehow still alive. He's an absolute beast. He might have been doing his sweep just in time. So couldn't take down Kajiri. Too strong. And that's an A0 Kajiri. I think this is my highest score. Which is nice. Yeah, playtest. Okay. Playtest mode cannot save battle results or auto fight. I mean, okay. Why have playtest then? I don't know. We did get pretty high score. I think I got a slightly higher score on Wukong last time. And that's the power of Nerissa. And you can see the other damage dealers pretty standard. Nastya did really well, but she did have Wings of Grace. So I think she'd probably be in the same sort of realm as these two. I think I just needed slightly better gear on Vorn. It's first time using Vorn. I have to mess around with the different sets that make how his kit works. And that's Kajiri just in A0. Just doing basic attacks the entire time. I think he's in Hell's Lament, so he was getting bonuses periodically. So that's pretty good. But that's it for this little kind of run through. Hopefully it's been useful to kind of see how it in action. The placements at the beginning are very important. That really basically can determine how successful you are. Just make sure you have good stats on your characters. HP, survivability is really important. But you want to have your damage dealers doing damage, your healers doing heals, all the good stuff. But everybody needs survivability. 30 to 35k HP is kind of what you need to aim for. And hopefully you can get your 120k on your regular basis with your new characters. That's the little end of my video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Thank you very much for tuning in. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.